It's like you're trying to set me up.
I don't do it on purpose.
Right before you hit the record button, it's always something. This time, ladies and gentlemen, do I have some in my teeth? No, click recording in progress. Oh, man. Of all the days, Judy, of all the days, today is not the day to get me riled up before the show. There's already been a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not feeling it.
Sorry.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here, youtube.com. Just look up at takeabreathpod. It is 7 characters, people. I actually said that to one of my coworkers today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because I given her the TikTok, which is the same thing,
Right.
a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Oh, I was trying to remember it over the weekend, and I just couldn't. Could you send it to me again?" So this time I was being a little sassy about it. I was just like, "Look, here it is, 7 characters if you can remember." I probably should realize though that she's doing me a favor by even going on to our TikTok, so I shouldn't be a sassy dick about it.
You know, we're trying to increase our 250 views here.
Oh my god, I can't. It's like it won't let me. It won't, no matter what I do, it won't let me.
I told you just have to start being active on our TikTok.
I know, but like, what am I supposed to be active with?
I don't know, other podcasters or
you mean like I gotta go and talk to other
no, just like their videos. So then we'll start popping
myself.
up.
I don't want to involve myself in the social aspect of social media. Okay.
Okay.
I just look. Oh, I completely forgot to do
just give it give the login to Alex and she can do all of that for us. She just got to switch accounts.
Please don't. Please, it's already Leo season and she's getting very full of herself. Okay. Please don't start giving her job titles and responsibilities, because not only will she, next thing I know, she's gonna change like the password and the username it'll no longer be TABPOD. It'll be like Alex Leo 442 or something like that. Yeah, okay. And I'll be like, why did you change it? She's like, well, it sounded better. Because Leos.
Would it be cool if Alex was like our social media manager?
God. No, it's gonna happen now. You've already put it into the damn atmosphere.
By the way, you don't give me the login. I mean, I would happily do it for us.
You've never asked.
Oh, well, you know what? Now's the start. Let's text it to me right now.
Why is it? Well, I can't text it to you right now only because I'm not 100% sure what the password is.
Oh yeah, you can change it to something generic.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it and you'll get it tonight. But no, I'm so happy that you said that. My brother was actually telling me the other night or last night we were talking, and I was saying like, yeah, I'm the one who's posting everything and doing everything, not because Judy won't. It's just like I'm the one who edits everything, so it just makes sense for me to then post it, like right. And he was like, okay, it makes sense, but I don't know why. Probably because I'm not social, that I didn't think that you could do other aspects of the social media stuff. So that is 1,000% on
and
me.
Our Twitter.
And I apologize.
I think I could do both our TikToks and the Twitter.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely. I try with Twitter. I do try.
I see you sprinkling, a few likes here and there.
I mean, every now and then I will post a comment. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do we still call it Twitter or is it X now?
Oh, it's Wakanda forever. Okay.
I really didn't like that. I was like, ew, Elon, what are we doing here? Change back my app, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate it, but because it's the same thing, right?
Yes, nothing changed.
But the day it happened, I was so confused because I have Bleacher Report giving me updates all day, and now X is the exact same color scheme as Bleacher Report, and it was a day Aaron Rodgers had gone scorched earth on Nathaniel Hackett, or no, I'm sorry, on Sean Payton, the new Broncos coach.
Yes.
I woke up confused because it was nothing but tweets and Bleacher Report and tweets and Bleacher. I didn't know what was what.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, before I forget for a third time, please remember, if you're watching us on YouTube, to like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you only enjoy audio podcasts, check us out on any of your audio platforms, Apple, Google, Spotify, you know the places, and just search A Conversation with Judy and Ryan.
That's us.
Not Take a Breath, not at takeabreathpod. A Conversation with Judy and Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you. The other thing I wanted to ask you about with the social media stuff.
Yeah.
Have you looked at Threads at all?
I looked at it, and I am part of it. I have my own
signed
threads.
Up.
Yeah, I signed up a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so, whenever it started becoming like a thing.
Okay.
I haven't done anything on it, although my bio on there says I'm just here because I hate Elon. So yeah.
Oh man, for anyone who doesn't know, Threads is the new Twitter, but by Meta.
By Meta, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I do you think it will actually take off?
It could. A lot of like people follow me, but it's because if you join through Instagram and you use your Instagram followers, you can just follow everybody that you already follow on Instagram.
Right. No, that's the same thing with the TikToks.
Yeah, but
I connected my Facebook account, so it allowed me to see a bunch of the people that I'm friends with. I didn't actually follow them because not social. But
we're changing that. It's okay.
Okay, well, let me also tell you this part of it, though, okay?
Yeah.
And look, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. This is just this is my thought process as to why I also have not been as social as I probably should have been.
Okay.
You know how you'll see an account and it'll be following like 12 people, but it'll have 12 million followers?
Right, of course. All the influencers do it.
There's something nice about that compared to the same account that has 12 million followers but follows 10 million. So I was trying really, really hard, because this is an issue I've had in the past with this. I was trying really, really hard to not do like I'll follow you, you follow me type thing.
No. Who still does that?
Well, just in general, like I used to go, if someone followed me, I would follow them back. Like I didn't have to know them. I would just whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I do it. Okay. That's
I used to do it too, like way back then on Twitter, but I think after a while, I just see random people follow. I'm like, okay, no, I don't know you. I mean, I could block you, but I'll just leave you there. I don't know what to do with you.
Okay. As long as we're on the same page on that, I would like to just make sure anyone I'm not even following my mom. She literally started a TikTok just to help us get more followers. And I was like, nah, not going to give you the follow back.
Wow. Not even
happen. She doesn't post. She said
she's there to watch us. Yeah.
Support. Look, if she ever posts anything, watch. Now she's going to be like, and post like every day for a week. These are my stupid dogs, and it's just nothing but stupid dog TikTok, and that's all that's happening. Oh, look at Bella.
And then she's gonna blow up because that's what people love, our dogs.
I know, and I'm gonna get so pissed because it's just gonna be her. And look at Bella, she just lays there, and look at Vince, so he just eats another stupid toy, and she's gonna have 9 billion followers.
She is, and like 1 million+ views. It's gonna be crazy.
And meanwhile, I'm over here every day slaving. I'm slaving in these pits. Okay, I'll be putting in extra hashtags. I'll be googling what the new hashtags are. You know, I'll be hyperlinking every single hashtag, and I can't get past 250 views.
Now,
to save my life.
Do you think it's the amount of hashtags we have on here that just kind of clutters the video and doesn't really necessarily get to those people? Does that make sense?
Okay, so it does make sense.
You know, like, are we only limited to like the first 10 hashtags that you put on the video, and then the rest don't like...
All of the hashtags go through.
Okay.
They all go through. You are making a good point, though, in which maybe the outreach is so vast that since we're not catching, let's say that of everyone that watches it, half of it, and this is just me doing raw numbers, right? Let's say half of those people actually watch the entire thing, right? That's still half of our people that aren't watching the entire thing. And since we've cast such a wide net out, we should be doing it in a more consolidated way so that we get more of the people who are in that other 50%. I get you.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So guess what? Guess who's our new social media manager? Judy just gave herself a lot of homework.
Yay! I love it. I'm excited.
No, but you know what's so awesome about this is that you are currently looking for a new gig. I have been looking for a new gig. I got some updates about everything going on at the job place later in the episode for you. But you know, if you can figure out this thing called the TikToks and figure out how to get people to be popular on it, you know what's going to be really cool for you is that regardless of how popular we get in doing this, you'll be able to take that skill set and utilize it as a business, because social media is becoming such a huge thing. There are people who consult for social media, and you could do that.
That'd be cool. I'd love a side gig like that.
It wouldn't have to be a side gig, though. It
could just be my gig. You're right.
You know, like just, I mean, you might have to change your actual TikTok name if you wanted to go legit. I'm saying it's a real man. Whoa, Eddie wore green. We both wore green.
Are you wearing green? That looks proud.
It's like army green. Okay.
Oh, Ryan says you two match.
I didn't say we match.
Well, you two are both wearing green.
But hell yeah, I knew it. I was like, I'm gonna man up today. It's gonna be manly day. And then look at that, a real man wearing a real man's color. Oh, and you want more? I got a headband for anyone watching.
Matching headband.
I got a matching headband. Oh, actually, that was just coincidence. It was just sitting there.
Wait, is this the last color of your shirts, or do you have more in the
this is a relock. I've worn this color on here already. I'm pretty sure. But I only have the 3. God, I can't do that. For anyone watching, I
only have the 3.
I only have the 3. Oh man.
I feel that I haven't seen that, but I don't know.
It's moments like this that make me realize that why would anyone let me be in charge of anything? I can't even put fucking 3 on my hand. Oh.
It's okay. You've had a long night. I get it.
It really was. We will get into my entire craziness of a night, second block. But I do want to hear, because I was trying before I get so excited when he walks in. I'm sorry.
I'm happy that it happened when I'm not talking.
Yeah, on the bright side, you could see I'll do it to myself too. Like if I see Keith, it is on like Donkey Kong that
Just Keith.
we are cheering for the real man. But before he came into the room, before he graced us with his essence,
with his presence, yeah.
No, not his presence. His essence is enough of a grace. Respecteth the king.
Just the width of his of his manliness just coming through.
just wafting. Oh God. So before
sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just as bad. Before he came in the room, I was trying to set up. You've been looking for a new job as well.
Mm-hmm.
And yes. I've been wanting to hear about it. We've been talking about it very, very slightly here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But what's going on?
So I have my moments where, or like even earlier, we had like a little downtime. I'm like, I'll look on LinkedIn and see what new jobs were posted, and put a few applications in. But I recently applied for a job that requires an essay on why I want the job and how my skill set and everything fits the mission and the objectives of this company. I got that email and it just went straight to trash. I don't even want to do it.
I fell asleep halfway through that. What'd you say?
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's an essay. Who knows how long they want? There wasn't a specific word count, surprisingly, but they're like, we want you to tell us how your skill set and your previous employment, current employment fits in with our mission and objectives as a company. Straight to trash.
Yeah.
Really. I don't have time for this. Like, I love my job. So like, it's not worth it for me to type up a whole essay.
Like, I guess
even be considered.
I guess it could make sense if you're going for like one of those top corporate level positions,
but it's not.
Right. No, you're going for secretary. Like nobody wants to, no secretary wants to, by the way, because I can already hear people bitching. I'm not actually calling her that I'm just saying that secretaries are people too. Okay.
He could have said admins, guys, but he said secretary, and it's okay. We're just gonna move on, all right?
Fucker. I like how you're so sweet about it, but he's like, I'm gonna drive the bus right over him. Oh, you're right. I could have said admin. But I don't work at a real place, so I don't think about things like that, like positions like that. So I work at Candyland.
Can't wait to hear more about this later.
Yeah, so my apologies for all the administrators out there. Please continue.
And that was it though. Like I just said, as soon as I read that portion, I'm like, delete. I didn't even email the recruiter back saying like, please like withdraw my application from this position. Like
that is what's insane about companies, is that they have even turned HR into a sales job, because anytime you hear the word recruiter, that person is in the HR department, and they depending on the company, but from how I understand it, they just make sales and that's their bonus on top of being in HR.
Yes, it's like how many people can they get interviewed, can get onboarded, offer letters sent. I didn't realize that was a thing with recruiters, but it is like
what? So that's the thing though. It makes sense to me that all that stuff would exist for recruiters, because that's what they're doing. They're recruiting. They're trying to get you in. The fact that they are also in HR, which are the people, like, I get that technically the dream is that HR protects the workers. No. HR protects the business. Okay. Yes. Sometimes the worker can get paid off from protecting the business, but they're there to protect the business at the end of the day.
Yes.
But the fact that the people who are there for protection are also like, get them in. We got to just get as many people in this bitch as possible. Pack it up. We ran out of room 3 bodies ago. 7 more. Let's go. It just it makes me feel sad on the inside is what happens. Why are you looking at your cat?
I didn't even realize he was there until I saw something moving in the chair, and I go, why are you here? I don't know, whatever. Anyways.
This is amazing entertainment right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my nose is runny. Okay. Sorry.
What am I even doing right now, Judy? Why are we even here?
I don't know, because we love talking to each other, you know? This is what we do on a weekly basis.
That's fair. That is fair. Oh, man. Okay, so I know that we had talked about it last week, but I heard another name today. Okay. That just reminded me, like, it not only is it like automatically you're old, but it was also a name, and that's for either sex, right? But it was also a name that you would not that you can associate with females, but you normally wouldn't. Okay. And so I also put it in the category of not only does it make you old, but tell me your parents hate you without telling me.
Oh no.
Right?
Okay.
Francis.
Oh, Francis. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For a female.
Yeah.
Not Francine, which still.
Not Francesca.
Not Francesca. Francis. Oh.
Yeah.
It just sounds like somebody who has a Jello mold in their refrigerator. And I'm not saying like they have Jello. I'm saying a full-on Jello mold of like someone's bread tin or something in their fridge right now.
Actually knew a Frances. I worked with her when I was at the bank, but she's maybe like a year or so older than I am.
Did her parents hate her too?
I don't think so, but who knows?
I mean, like, that's one of the things, like, I would love to talk to someone who had the balls to name their child, their daughter, Francis, just to know, like, okay, maybe I'm hoping that it was like, oh, well, so-and-so was named Francis, so we want her memory to live
like
on.
Grandma.
Yeah, a relative of some sort. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, a best friend who died earlier or didn't have any family or something. Yeah. But we thought it would work out.
Now so is it Francis with an I that's for men, and then Francis with an E is for women?
No, you know what? I'm gonna put a fucking line on this right now. Okay. Because you unknowingly have just set me off on this thing. Okay. All right. There should be a separate spelling for Francis and Francis. Women shouldn't be named Francis. All right? Okay. It's a real man. He fucking knows. He knows a woman shouldn't be named Francis. Any day of the week, he would say, no, I do not approve. I will keep going. Honestly, he's very active in here today. I think he wants to be part of the show. He says that he doesn't like being filmed. I feel like he actually is getting more used to it.
Do you know any women or girls named Francis? Like, did you have any students prior that were named Francis?
Hell no, he would have kicked him out of his fucking classroom. Your name's Frank. Get out of here. A real man doesn't approve.
He says no.
Exactly.
He's never even had a Francine. So you know what? There we go.
You know what I really appreciate about this moment right now, though, is that I'm just going off like a crazy person. But if you think about it, that takes a real level of knowledge and memory because he has like, I don't know, 15 to 30 kids every year for 4 or 5 years straight. I can't remember a customer I had this morning. You expect me to remember someone named Megan 3 years down the road?
Okay, wait.
Well, maybe he's saying he's like, well, if it was a Francine or France, I would have remembered because that name is so fucking terrible. I would have kicked him out of my class. That's what he was saying. I get it. He's like, I've never had to kick anyone out of my class, so I get it.
Wait, okay, so you know how you just brought up that you don't even remember like the people that you talked to this morning type thing? I was watching a TikTok of this group BB Mac. I don't know if you remember who BB Mac was back in the 90s, but they had like one song and it was called Back Here. And randomly they popped up on my Twitter singing this song. And I knew word for word this song, and I haven't even heard this in like decades. And I'm like, wow, well, how do I just
give us a quick 16.
I was like, so you're back here, baby. Miss you, want you. Some.
Oh,
and now you're back here, baby.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just listening to you sing it.
I had no idea about it, but that was a good enough rendition. I did start remembering the song.
You did not.
No, yeah. Don't try and get me. Oh, that was close. You were trying to suck me in so I would sing. No. I have been basked in the essence of a real man, not once, but twice. Pause.
Anyways, that just like things like that, like songs that you haven't heard in years, and you hear it and you just all of a sudden remember the words, like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like earworm songs almost.
What's earworm songs?
I mean, it's like what you're saying, like you hear it and you can't get out of it. God, you were turning this show into such a fucking morning radio pansy ass podcast right now. Hey, what
I just had to bring that up.
What song from the 90s do you just know the words to? Call in right now, 702. I almost gave up my actual phone number. I almost got a little too into it.
Don't do that.
Oh, next you're gonna be like, I guess what, Mom? I'm saying this one just for you, just so because I know how upset you would get by it. Next, you're gonna be like, so what's the difference between jelly and jams?
What's wrong with that?
So backstory on that, because I know you don't know Judy, but for everyone who doesn't know, a lifetime ago I did morning radio, and that's what you're doing all day is you're just trying to come up with topics that you think people will get interested in. And the host of the show, in one of, I will say, her more desperate moments, decided to do a topic on what's the difference between jelly and jam on this very popular morning radio program that had hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people listening to it every single solitary day. We talked about something that you can literally Google in 3 seconds as a let's get people involved topic. My mom has never stopped bitching about that topic.
Really?
Every time.
Wow.
Every time she gets the chance, she's like, I can't believe they talked about fucking jelly and jams. I love it so much. She gets so riled up about it. Oh, man.
I love that. Oh, that's good stuff.
But yeah, so that's what you're turning this into morning radio.
I'm sorry.
With our talking of what is a song that you just know the words to. I love you so much. God damn it. This is how I know I love you, because I am like, if anyone else did that, I would be so annoyed with them. And you didn't even do anything like in a way that you were trying to annoy me. You wouldn't have known that would have annoyed me, anything like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general, if anyone else gave me something like that, I would be like, no, we're done. Get off. But I hear you do it, and I'm like, it's just Judy. Judy's just being Judy.
It's just me. It is what it is.
It's just me. You know what's so funny is I don't care what you do a topic like that. And then, but 2 minutes earlier, this is you just driving the bus over me. You're just so clean about it. You're just like,
I was just correcting it because I know secretaries and women these days are very like touchy-feely about that.
Oh, get a real job then.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Oh. Anyways.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I was trying to decide if I wanted to keep on that line of thought, but no.
We got too many things to continue talking about in our 8 minutes left on this tab.
Yeah. All right. We're also Lizzo. The stuff going on with Lizzo is wild lately. So I want to talk about that at the very beginning of the next block, and then we'll get into my crazy day / work stuff.
Perfect.
Oh, real quick, I have been going to the gym out of anger. Oh, because I've lost my lordship. So out of anger, I have been power gymming, and I have come up with some rules for the gym. Okay. Rule number 1. By the way, these rules are constantly in flux and can be changed at a moment's notice by your boy. Okay. Because they are Ryan's rules for the gym, the RRG. Rule number 1. Just because you're the guy at the office that works out doesn't mean that you actually look good. Stop hitting on every woman at the gym. Okay. Bro, she didn't even take her headphones off. She's not listening to you. Rule number 1. Yes. Rule number 2. When deciding to fight someone at the gym and choosing your opponent, the person that you choose is not the person that came in jeans and came in a regular work shirt. Do not start a fight with him, because it takes a special level of crazy to have walked in and just needing to get your power set in full work attire. But you know who you really do not fuck with at the gym? The person that works out with him that came ready to work out. It'll be like fighting a drill sergeant in the most nastiest hurricane ever. And I'm saying Navy SEAL drill sergeant, he will just snuff you because he takes going to the gym so seriously. He is in his regular gym attire and he showed up with mans that needs to get his power set in so badly that he wore jeans. The dude who is in his gym clothing is there for a specific reason. You do not mess with that. Yes. Lastly, rule number 3. And this is not so much of a rule, more so of an observation. And not so much of an observation as it is a hypothesis. And I have a fundamental belief that women who go to the gym, who put their hair as straight and flush back as possible, right? So no frizzes going on. No, it's like sleek. They look like a fucking bobsledder getting ready to go down the hill. Just like all go, no show. that those women can take a salad to the back of the throat like no one's business, because it takes a special kind of woman to be able to put their hair in a ponytail and have it crisp. The same kind of woman that when she goes down there, she puts it in a ponytail crisp and is ready to go. We've all met that woman. We all know that woman. That woman goes to the gym. Those are Ryan's rules for the gym. The RRG.
I love it. I love it. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job. Have you ever gone to the gym without headphones?
No, actually, I will show. Look, it doesn't. You don't get to this size by having willpower. Okay. I went on Tuesday. I went and my phone, as I was walking in or getting ready to walk in, I should say, hit 10%. And I said, nope, can't do it. Won't do it. Turned around, went home right then and there. The only way that I would actually do it is if I had somehow made it to the gym. I was in my full clothes already and I was like at the machine. And then I was like, oh, I guess I forgot it. Damn. All right, let me get a quick 15 or 20 on this and then I'll leave. But if there is a moment before I am actually ready to go to the gym that I know I don't have them or I know I won't have access to them, wrap it the fuck up. Let's go home. What about you?
Me, the last 2 weeks, one day each week, I've either left my AirPods at home or they died while I was getting dressed type thing. So I'm like, the first time it happened, I was at my work gym. I changed out of my work clothes. I was getting ready to put my headphones in. And I noticed my case, the little light when you pop it open, it wasn't like red, it wasn't green, nothing. I was like, pop it in. I was like, they're dead. I made the decision of like, oh, I already changed. I'm still here. I'm just going to go and, quick workout, whatever, right? 20, 30 minutes, fine. Big mistake. The men at my work gym just make all these weird grunting noises and they just like to cuss a lot and like, fuck. I'm like, oh my God, this is the most awkward workout I've ever had to put myself through.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know that I said we were going to talk about Lizzo when we came back. We're gonna have to reroute. I need to talk more about sweaty grunting men at Judy's workplace. We only have less than a minute left though, so we're gonna talk about that as soon as we come back, and then we'll talk about Lizzo, and then we'll talk about me if we have to. But thank you guys so much for listening to a conversation with Judy and Ryan. We will be right back.
Woo.
You do it on purpose. You son of a bitch. Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. Also check us out on all of the audio podcasting places, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Apple. Right before we came on, Judy, the queen, she's like, I noticed that I tilt my head like this a lot. I probably need to get that fixed. And then, whatever, click, recording.
It's like, oh, we should go see a chiropractor.
Oh, God. All right. So, question. So, sweaty grunting men.
Yes.
Like what's going on there?
Is it
mostly over at the weights, or is it happening over on the ellipticals or the cardio machines as well?
No, strictly weights. So there's about 4 benches So it's a small work gym, but there's 4 benches along the side where there's all the dumbbells are at. And the other thing is it's pitch quiet. Like there's no radio or music playing in this gym.
Okay.
Again, very weird. But yeah, these men, I don't know. And I'm sure they don't know that
They know.
like I don't have my headphones in.
Well, yeah, but they
Or
know how loud they're
something.
being. They know.
Maybe, who knows? But
No,
yeah.
look, I'm not gonna sit here and try and act like we don't know what's going on with ourselves when we're working out. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I know. Look, it happens to me. I'm not sitting here and saying I don't ever grunt sometimes, and I just do cardio. And every now and then, like I'll hit a hard part of it, or I'll hear something in my headphones, and I'm like, right. And then some little lady next to me is like, oh my God, he's attacking. Right. But no, and
yeah.
I totally get that. But let's not act like we all don't know that we are making a sound that most likely someone else might be able to hear. I refuse for you to defend these pigs, Judy. Okay.
I mean, I'm not
they need
trying
to respect you. They need to show you the respect that you deserve as a woman in the workplace who has the dignity and grace to bestow them with your presence in the gym.
Very true.
Yeah, see? So,
Very
know.
You're right. You're right.
All right.
Okay.
enough about, I mean, is there anything else about you being grunted at?
No, it's just the whole like don't do it. I do not recommend. 0 out of 10 recommend working out without headphones.
See, like, yeah, no, I can't even with all the other stuff that you get at a regular gym. It's so hard for me to not have my headphones.
Yeah.
I can't. All right. Lizzo.
Oh, Lizzo, girl.
This is the most insane story that I have heard in a very long time.
Yes.
Especially for someone like Lizzo who preaches body empowerment, women empowerment, self-empowerment.
Yes.
To hear the stories that are coming out, and look, I get it. These are people who were fired by her for whatever reason. But you have to take that. Usually you use that as a grain of salt, right? Like, they're disgruntled, they were fired, blah, blah. Here's something that I heard the other day, though, is that people will say that other people were fired as a PR ploy. They could have quit, and we're still going to say that you were fired because it makes you sound like you have an axe to grind now.
Right, yeah.
So, and as of this moment, I still haven't heard any official statement from Lizzo. I could be wrong. Actually, if you could check on that while I give some more of the details.
Yes, actually, because she posted an Instagram post about it. Like,
perfect. So if you can pull that up. So for anyone who's unsure of what's going on with Lizzo, apparently, and Judy, please correct me if I get any of these details incorrect.
Yeah.
But apparently while they were overseas, she had a sex worker come and do a performance. And during this performance, she encouraged / persuaded / told to / forced some of her dancers to interact with the sex worker, eat a banana out of her private area, like literally like the banana, and then you ate it. That's
what a great animation there for our YouTube viewers.
That's science with Dr. Ryan. Okay. But you know, a lot of there's 3 dancers that have now come out. Like I said, they were the ones who were fired by Lizzo. There's some other people who have been associated like a director of a documentary and some other stuff that has said stuff about her. But just if any of it is true, it's like, okay, but if any of it is true outside of she had a sex worker show up and do a performance, but nobody had to stick around for it.
Right.
Right? Like, because guess what? If I have a lot of money and just nothing else going on, I'm going to do some dumb shit too. Okay. I don't know if it'll be a sex worker dumb, because Alex will kill me if I ever even think of having hookers in here when she doesn't know about it, because hookers are in this house all the time. No, but sorry, there's a long-standing joke in the house about hookers. So
got it.
Yeah, there's too much lore going on right now. But outside of it just being the sex worker showed up, started doing the performance, but no one was said that you had to stay or had to participate or anything. Like, no matter what, if it's anything past that, and some people would disagree with me and say, regardless of the fact of whether you were told to stay or not, the fact that the sex worker showed up is already past a line, right? So I don't know. I think she's, regardless of what she says, and I'm very interested to hear what this statement is, but I don't think it's going to be something that really goes in her favor. But maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I kind of just quickly skimmed through this post, and it's about four.
Is it a long post?
It's four posts, and honestly, there's nothing about it that says. She says, usually I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. Fine. It says these sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. And it just kind of goes on. And nothing says, like, she goes, I'm not here to be looked at as a victim, but I also know that I am not the villain and that people and the media have portrayed me to be these last few days. Like, it just goes on like that. I don't know what she's trying to get with this.
She's trying to sweep it under the carpet. Like, she's doing the thing where she says a lot without saying anything, right? And don't get me wrong, there's some factual stuff in there, but without having any kind of evidence of anything, like, if you don't just come out and say these allegations are false, like, you can't pitter patter around it.
Right.
You know, you have to come in, be very concise, very distinct as to what you're talking about. And that's the only way that you're going to get people to believe you. But guess what? If you're lying, talking to you, Bill Clinton, talking to you, Mark McGuire, if you're lying and you get caught, it's going to be triple as bad.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And did you see, it's like, the whole lawsuit or like the claims or the allegations, like 37 pages.
Yeah, but I always take that stuff with I do take with a grain of salt, because it's literally, that's why lawyers get paid.
Yeah.
Okay.
To write it, of course.
Well, no, they get paid to make, and also when you're litigating, because I learned this as just by listening to district attorneys on like for the first 48 or whatever, right? And I say that just because I don't have any actual law background.
I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, I might have heard about it, maybe, because I did hear some cool stuff, but maybe in my poli-sci class when I was in junior college. But literally, the DA, let's say you walked into a store and you took a bag of chips and you walked out, right? That's really one crime, theft. As far as you and I would determine it, normal people, right?
Right.
But the DA, if it wouldn't go to this situation for something so small, but the DA is going to put theft, attempted battery, engaging in false promises, wearing white after Labor Day. Like, they are just going to throw as much stuff at you. And the reason for that is because then it's easier to bargain with you, the thief. So if I come in, I say, look, we got you on these 17 charges. I'll drop 12 of them. You do 2 years instead of 15 if we get all of them. Okay. I'd rather do 2 years than 15.
Right.
So, and now I know that's not a one-to-one. I know that's not a one-to-one with what we're talking about, which is more of a civil litigation. But my point is that the more things that a law, God, I really love when the word just leaves my brain. Whatever defense that an attorney can come up with for their client, the more stuff that they have to make that defense stronger, the harder it's going to be for the other side to chip away at it. Or like I was saying earlier, the easier it will be to be like, all right, look, I just typed up 500 pages worth of shit that Lizzo did. Give my girl $250,000 and I'll call it a day. They'd be like, well, fuck, Lizzo, he did type up the 500 pages. I mean, it's only $250,000. Like,
so how do you feel about that? Like
easy.
When they settle, when people just like they just settle, then they don't even want to take it any further, no questions asked. Like, so are you guilty about it, or?
I don't have any problem with people settling. I have zero problem with it. If I also at the same time don't have a problem with people who say screw that and I'm going to fight this every inch that I can in court. And if that means that I get more money out of you that makes your life harder, that's fine. And the reason I say that is just because whatever the injustice that may or may not have been done to anyone, when it comes to this kind of situation, it's your battle. It's as far as you want to take it. And yeah, maybe you don't. Deshaun Watson is a perfect example of this. I'm not going to get into all the details of it, but let's just say that of the 29 million people that have come out and said that that he sexually assaulted them.
Yeah.
Let's say that 2 of them decide that they would rather take any kind of payoff, because to them, even something as small to Deshaun Watson as, let's say, $250,000 would be life-changing money. Forget $250,000. $50,000 to some people is life-changing money. So it is not, if it is something that you can live with, I have zero problem with you taking the payout. Now, if you take the payout, shut the fuck up.
Interesting take. Okay.
Like, you know, I'm not saying whether an NDA is signed or not. No, I'm saying that you decided that the money was more important than getting the truth out there. And that's fine. Like I said, you're more than welcome to that decision because it's your journey. But your journey led you to make the decision that the money was more important.
Right.
So you got to shut the fuck up.
Fair enough.
What do you think, though?
I don't like it. I don't like when they settle, like, because then that just makes you think, like, okay, so you're just gonna, like, did they do it or did they not do it? Like, what was the reason here for it to just all come? I knew he settled with, like, I think all 29 women or something. I think they all decided, maybe I'm wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Either way.
But, regardless, like, we made this into a big thing and I get it. I don't know what they're like. Were they just looking for money and that's why it all came out? Or were they trying to bring this man down?
Well, so this is what I would say, though. And this is where I think that your issue, and this is just me talking, right? But I think that your issue isn't so much with the people taking the payoff. It's more so with the legal system that allows people to get off the hook by paying. Because if these women could go after Deshaun through civil court and still be able to testify against him in criminal court, I don't think you would have an issue with that. But as we've talked about, therein lies the issue, is that with the payoff comes the NDA, which means you cannot,
it's just done,
you know, you can't talk about it ever, even in a criminal lawsuit or case, I should say. So, but I mean, I don't disagree with you. It does suck that, you know, it's one of those things that's really cool about our society, that money can get you out of trouble. I talk about all the time with like speeding tickets. You can literally, in Las Vegas, you can get a speeding ticket, you show up to the courthouse, and there's a little box that you can check that says, I will pay more money to keep points off my license. And then you just check the box, and whatever the extra amount is, you pay it on top of your ticket, you go home.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's amazing. I don't want to volunteer, wake up at 5 a.m. to go pick up trash at some park. No, take my extra 150, please. So, you know, but on the other edge of that coin, you know, millionaires and billionaires, because, you know, you could say the same thing going back to a couple of years ago with Jeff Epstein. You know, this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it makes the world go round in a really shitty way sometimes. So,
yeah.
All right. Now that the room is full of sunshine, I'm going to talk about work.
Yes.
Oh, as
it's been a while. It's been a while.
Ryan's wacky work stories. God. All right. So I'm going to jump around to a lot of different things.
Okay.
Because a lot of different things have happened. First off, Mr. Pam or Pan? That's a really weird one. So for a while, I was actually really vibing with him. I was enjoying that he was in the office on certain days. It was like a brothers in arms kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we were both dealing with certain hardships. I don't want to talk about all that stuff right now. We were dealing with certain hardships. And so by that, we were both emboldened to each other. Shut up! I'm talking!
I was going to mute myself, but then you'd be like, why'd you mute yourself? See?
Oh, it would be so much better if I could stay in character when I do that, but I can't. It's just so but no, so we were vibing, and then 2 weeks ago, he just didn't show up, said he had a stomach ache, and that he would probably be in the next day. And the next day turned into another day. And the next day after that turned into another day, to the point where on Thursday, he wasn't even really like calling in. He was just not coming in.
Not showing up.
And then waiting for someone to text him and then being like, yeah, not today. And then on Friday, same thing, except instead of that, he said, I'll call you later. This is what the person who was talking to him told me. Yeah. I'll call you later, and then just never called that person.
Oh my God. Okay.
Right? Fast forward to the following Tuesday. Apparently he got a job in California, but it wasn't 100%. So he didn't want to talk about it. And apparently the day that he was going to give his 2 weeks was the day he got sick. And we were just a week in now, so there's no point in showing up.
Wait, so he just left? Like he
just never showed up again. I work at Candyland, man. People are there one day and they're just gone the next.
Oh my God. So I mean, I hope he I don't care about the man, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder if he like emailed your boss, be like, I'm out.
No, Nothing.
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 So he was just a no-show basically. So they had to like term him.
The boss was out of town on a business / yes, of course.
On he planned it. He planned it. Mr.
On a
Pam
business / family trip.
this.
Yep. So no, the only person that he talked to about it was the manager, but like I said, did not tell him anything until a week and a half later. So that's fun.
Wow. Well, dang, we'll miss Mr. Pan.
We will, but
that's crazy.
We will miss, but we will never trust again. Okay.
Oh man, I remember I had an old well, she wasn't my coworker, but she worked in a different department. First, she claimed to be sick, and when I worked at this job, we had separate sick time. So, you can call out for 3 days without a doctor's notice. But if it's more than 3 days, you have to have like doctor's whatever note, right? So this lady, she's like, oh, I'm sick. And she got a doctor's note. So she was sick for the next week. And like this lady probably never showed up for work for a month until she's like, all right, I'm quitting. And like, but the thing is, so because we get sick pay, she got paid for that whole month. Yep. I was like, damn, she played that system very well.
Oh God. So that person's gone. Another person got fired, I'm pretty sure, for eating cookies.
Okay.
So we had a new hire, and she got hired on and then took a month off because she went and got that. Yeah, it sounds familiar. She went and got that gastric sleeve thing.
Okay.
So she takes a month off for that and then comes back, and she's in and out. Like she's there for a day and then doesn't feel well, and there for 2 days and doesn't feel well. And so finally, she's there and the boss is out of town. So one of the managers got Crumble. Mm-hmm. As a nice little, hey guys, we're doing great. Thanks so much for everything. And
thanks for showing up.
Yeah, exactly. So day one, we cut it into like a pizza, like 8 slices each cookie. Right.
Yeah, they're big cookies.
So everybody takes a little piece of every cookie, right? But by the end of the day, there's like 3 or 4 full cookies available still. And then the next day, when we came in and we saw everything, they were still there. But then an hour later, no mas.
Oh.
Also, an hour and a half-ish later, the new hire was looking real rough. Like somebody who had just had a stomach surgery had just put a whole bunch of sugar into her system. Now, I don't know if that is what happened. I'm just saying what it looked like.
Mm-hmm.
So she had to go home sick. Okay. And that was it. My boss was like, screw it. I don't care. She's done. Too many days. This is how I imagine he said it anyway. So I'm pretty sure, though, that she got fired over eating cookies.
That was the last straw.
I'm pretty sure that
bitch stole all the cookies.
She stole them all and then had the balls to be sick about it. Get her out of here.
But that's wild. Why would she take a job and know she would have to be gone for a full month? Because you said you don't have that kind of like vacation policy out there.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm more so, why would you hire someone that you knew was going to take a month off?
Unless, I'm sure they didn't know.
Yeah, no, they knew. Right. They fully knew. They fully knew when they hired her.
Well, then that's different. I don't know.
Yeah. No. But no, I'm with you on that, except for the way that the boss lets everyone just yo, you want to be gone for 7 months and then just show up again sporadically? Okay. We're all family, unless you eat those fucking cookies.
But they don't get paid for this. For being that gone for that long, correct?
I don't believe that she got paid at all. It wasn't like she was scamming the system like with you. I think she just had a date for her surgery set up already, and I'm just gonna say it stupidly. She got hired anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I mean, that's Then that's different. I mean, cool. That's what your boss don't care. Like, we're not paying you to be gone.
Apparently, he did care though. At some point, he was like, "I can't take it anymore."
It was those cookies.
I wanted a goddamn crumble, and I didn't get any.
He's like, he was thinking about it all night. You know, he's like, oh, it's just like when you think about the leftovers you're gonna eat, only to find out like Alex ate them, and you're like, no, you were looking forward to it all day to go eat those leftovers, and now they're not there. That's exactly how your boss felt.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. So speaking of my boss, about 2 weeks ago, 2.5, because it was right before he had left for vacation. He is now back. I went and I talked to him about moving departments.
Yes. Right? Yes, you brought that up a little bit last week.
So I talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, totally. You can do that. No problem. I was like, okay. This is going better than I thought. Sweet. Let's keep it going. So I was like, all right, well, if I move, we'd have to talk about changing my pay structure. Oh, hold on, Captain. Time out. Flag on the play. And he said to me, he's like, well, no. Pretty much no. And I said, okay, well, I mean, I'm not asking for more money, but I would need more money to survive. I can't survive off of my hourly alone. And he's like, well, yeah, but you still can sell if you want. And I go, yeah, but I can't concentrate on sales full time if I'm in service. I'm talking more condescending. I'm giving you what was in my brain.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
All right. So everything I say, just put a more professional veneer over it.
Got it.
I'm not going to fucking be able to sell in service. But I told him, and he was like, well, you know that you make more than, and he named the two people that are in service that are not a manager. And I go, yeah, but you also understand that I have more experience than both of them combined. And he said, yeah. And I wasn't trying to push it to any kind of odd degree.
Right. Yeah, of course.
So I was like, look, if you can't do it, it's fine. I'll stay in sales. I was just trying to, make the best of a situation for me. Right.
Of course. Right.
So I did not move departments. But then I said to him, okay, if I'm staying in sales, I need to know how many fucking phone calls I need to make every day. And I will make that the priority. I will not do anything until I get my 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or however many goddamn phone calls I need in order to make it so that I can so people will just leave me the fuck alone. And he's like, and just so you know, I'm going to abbreviate all of this. This was the beginning, the first part of the conversation, about 10 minutes. This was the beginning of the rest of a 2-hour conversation. Okay? You think I made my fucking phone call count that day?
Sure did not.
No. Nope. Sure did not. And he just so I said that to him, and he's like, well, your calls don't really matter. And I was like, well, they might not matter to you, but they matter to somebody.
It's always, there's somebody who monitors this.
Yeah. And I gave him details that I've already discussed and everything. I tried to be as politically correct about as possible. There was even a moment where I was like, I'm not going to say any other issues that I might have with this person because they weren't there that day. It's like, and they're not here to defend themselves. So I'm literally just going to be saying they had an issue with me because I didn't make enough phone calls. How many fucking phone calls do I need to make so I don't have to have an issue again?
Right.
He couldn't give me an answer. 2 hours, and I never got a straight answer until finally he said, I don't, this is an exact quote, I don't care about how many fucking phone calls you make. Why couldn't you have said that to me 2 hours ago? Just say, look, as long as you hit your goal, because that's what I told him when I walked in. When I started that aspect of the conversation, I said, the way that I always thought is that it doesn't matter how you do it, but as long as you hit all of your production goals, you're fine. So if I decide to spend an entire day, and as soon as I told him about what happened to me that day where I had all those quotes and I couldn't make phone calls or whatever, even he was like, oh, those are the ones you were doing all day? Fuck. This is someone who's been in the industry for like 20 years. I don't know. He's old. Let's assume. Okay.
Right.
But the first thing he said was, damn, those are the worst ones to have to do that many of. And yet, ooh, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up. So it came at the end of it where, no, I don't have to make any phone calls, or I don't, as long as my numbers stay good enough or whatever. And so like, all right, but are you going to talk to anyone about this? Because you might say something, but if somebody else comes and talks to me about it, then what you just told me really doesn't mean anything, does it?
Right. Exactly.
And so he's like, well, we're going to have to put some systems in place. He kept talking about fucking systems in place. Like, talk about somebody who says a lot without fucking saying anything.
I feel that if this is something, that should be known to all the other sales, the whole sales department, he should just send out a blast like, hey, it doesn't matter how many calls you make. As long as you're meeting goals, cool. And it's in writing. That's it. That's all you need is something in writing. So then he can forward it to that Deborah who probably keeps fucking emailing you saying like, you didn't make these many calls, blah, blah, blah. But like, bitch, I don't need to anymore because you can just forward this. Like, this is what boss said.
Right. And that's the issue that I have right now too, is that I'm not getting talked to because my numbers are so fucking, like, my numbers are stupid good right now. Most of that is because no one else is showing up to work, or there's ghosting and going to California and then never showing up again because it's fucking Candyland. It's just, it's make-believe. Cookies!
I mean, at this rate, any sales you get just makes you look even better because nobody else cares.
So, but the issue for me is that just, I still feel like as soon as there is a moment of quote unquote weakness that he can, not him the boss, but him the other, that he can grab onto, that it's just that Deborah can grab onto. It's gonna be the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
So that's been work, for the most part. Had to stay late today because I told a customer, yeah, we're closing right now, because he called at 5:28. He's like, yeah, we're closing right now. And they said, oh, but can we still do it? And I was like, damn it, why do I have to be so good at my job?
Right.
I don't want to be good at my job. I want to be selfish and go home and try and turn my camera on for an hour before I can do my podcast. Because that also happened today. For anyone who was wondering why I've had such a crazy day, it's because I was literally trying to turn this bitch on for, not this bitch, Judy. I'm talking about my fucking camera right here for an hour. Finally, I realized that it wasn't this bitch. It was this bitch, my computer. Because I needed to update it. And then I updated it and it worked fine. So,
and now we're here.
We are. But I had to send Judy I had to send her a picture because at one point the update said it was 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And I was like, I don't think we're gonna make it in time.
But I said it's all right because I got all night because I don't have to wake up early for work tomorrow.
I know that's nice. That's fair because you get to work from home tomorrow.
Yes.
I get a half day tomorrow.
Okay.
I keep telling everyone who calls in that I'm telling because we have to tell people like to set the expectation that we won't be open all day.
Right. Yeah.
But I keep telling people that we're doing like a group bonding exercise, which is the funniest thing to most of the people in the office because they know that I will not participate in a group bonding exercise to save my life. This half day is part 1 of a 2-part treat that I will not be participating in part 2 because it is going to be something like going out to Topgolf or a dinner or whatever. I am not trying. There are certain people there that I love and that I would love to hang out with on a personal aspect, but you will not catch me hanging out with that crew after that is not during a work hour. If I am not getting paid, it is not happening. There is no group bonding that needs to happen outside of the hours of 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, unless I get a fucking half day and we're leaving, baby. So I'm excited.
I love that. It's gonna be great. Early weekend. Woo.
And then I also have Asher's open house tomorrow. He's going into 2nd grade.
Wow, 2nd grade. Did school already start out there?
For him, it might have started for the older kids. For him, it starts next week. So we have open house today, and then I think he starts on Monday, maybe Tuesday. Look, I'm just here. I'm the one. I make sure he doesn't die. Alex makes sure that he like stays educated or whatever, right?
Of course,
and fed and clothed. I just need to make sure that if a big person comes into the house, that I bop them on the head, and that there's enough money in the bank that the female can go grocery shopping. Even though, by the way, she's also been killing it at work lately. Like fucking, don't tell the dickhead side of me, but like kudos to her. Okay.
Ooh, yay.
All right, we have about a minute left.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was something I wanted to. Oh, real quick, just so everyone knows, I wear glasses when I'm at work. They're just blue light glasses so that I can not have my. But I think I wear them so that if somebody walks in, they won't recognize me because I don't wear glasses. I'm doing an inverse Superman thing. Like I put the glasses on, it's my alter ego. Okay.
Oh my God.
So if you're ever at the Insurance Emporium and you recognize me, pretend that you don't. But that is all we're gonna have today for a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow YouTube at takeabreathpod and A Conversation with Ryan and Judy on all your audio podcasts. We will see you next week, whether the computer works or not.
Bye.